at the top of our mats. We're going to keep us trying to move good today, but I'm pretty excited to see this sun come out.
Too.
So, all right.
He's shedding his top layer soon.
Yeah, I think so. Let's sweep the arms up and just really begin to open up and stretch. Maybe the palms can come together, and then exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, you can really open and exaggerate. Look up when you're ready. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep up. Tiny bit of a back bend there. Just a little bit. Exhale, hands to heart. Two more like that with that little tiny bit of a back bend. Not enough to stretch ourselves, just enough to open up a little bit more. On this exhale, let's fold forward. Bend the knees as much as you might like. I'm going to paddle my knees back and forth a little bit. Drop the head. And then inhale to lift halfway up when you come to stillness. Exhale and fold. Remember to bend quite a bit as you need to. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, bend. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Drop the hips a lot. Round it up. Come up to standing. Reach up. Give yourself that little tiny back bend on your exhale. Fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, drop the hips, round it as you come up. Again, we're gonna open up as we inhale, tiny back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold, drop the hips, round it up, come up to standing. This is our last time, well not our last time you're here, but exhale, fold forward. Well, begin to move towards the back. Inhale, half lift. And this time, let's palm the mat, step back to the top of our push-up, plank pose. Let's keep this active, so drop a knee down towards the mat, and then straighten it out, and then the other side. So back and forth like you're pedaling, pulling the belly up and in strongly. And then drop both knees down to the ground. Press back to child's pose. We won't stay here super long, but really stretch the arms out. Maybe tense the fingertips if you're ready. On your next inhale, come forward onto hands and knees. Begin some cat-cow movement. And as you're ready, make your way to downward facing dog. Let's keep that down dog active, so pedaling back and forth, not our deepest, kind of our active one as we begin to stretch out. And then before you even come to stillness, you can start to walk your feet to the top of the mat. Once you get your feet to the top, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Let's drop the hips again so we can round it up as we come up to standing. Open the heart, reach up, tiny back bend. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift up. Step it back to plank as you exhale. Let's lift the right hand to touch the left shoulder and then back down. Opposite hand, tap the shoulder and back down. Okay, now my hips are rocking back and forth. I'm going to try to keep them as level as possible as I go back and forth. This is working because I'm definitely building some heat here. Oh yeah. Make sure that's even, so complete whatever you need to, and then the next time you come to plank, lower all the way down to the ground, on the toes or on the knees. Inhale, open the chest in your cobra. I'm going to stay in my cobra for a moment. Stretching open. And then exhale, release down. One more like that. Inhale, open into your cobra, just staying here for a stretch. And then on your exhale, child's pose again. Maybe keep the knees wide this time. Take a couple of breaths here. And then make your way to downward facing dog. Maybe again you would like some movement in your down dog, or if you're ready for stillness, you can find that. On your next inhale, we'll travel to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, fold. Drop the hips, we're rounding it up. Reaching the arms overhead, a little bit of a back bend. Exhale and fold forward. We'll start to flow even more, but I gotta get this coat off. This is a really good sign. Inhale, halfway lift. Palm the mat, step back to the top of your push-up.
I think it's the sun.
It must be. Let's bring the right foot up and tap the left heel. So you stack them and then back down, left foot up, tap the heel. Go back and forth like that, a little tapping. Pull the belly in, nice strong core. And then when you feel like you've gone to each side, lower all the way down to the ground. Inhale into 2 cobras. We'll go through these a little faster. Exhaling to come down. Inhaling to open up. Make your way to down dog this time. Let's bring the right leg up, 3-legged dog. On an exhale, bring your foot to the top of the mat. Inhaling into high lunge. Okay, our first high lunge. So let's sit in here for a couple of breaths, thinking about squaring the hips, reaching that back hamstring to the sky, shoulder blades away from the ears, belly up and in. Let's thunderbolt forward on the exhale. Keep your chest off your thigh and then sweep the hands back so they're in line with your back leg. Reach your chest forward. Inhale, come back up. We're gonna step forward to find balance on the right foot and then kind of crunch it in, knees on either side of elbows on either side of the knee. Step back to your high lunge, nice and slow, good. On this second one, we'll take a twist as we come forward into that crunch. So step it forward, opposite elbow working to come to the knee, and then step it back to your high lunge. Don't worry, we're gonna do that again so you'll get to practice. Hands down to the mat. Step back to plank. Hold your plank for 3, 2, 1. Down dog, down dog. Bring the left leg high, 3-legged. Step to the top of the mat into your high lunge. First one on this side, so let's be here for a moment. Thinking about squaring the hips, that back hamstring, back knee reaching to the sky, belly pulled up and in. Let's thunderbolt forward, so reach forward, keep your ribs off that front thigh if you can, sweep your hands back in line, reach your chest forward like you're gonna take off like a jet. Inhale as you come back up, high lunge, and we've got our crunch forwards into our balance. Step forward straight in first, and then reach back into your high lunge. This next one will cross the body, give a little twist as we crunch, and then step back into your high lunge. Pause, bring your hands to the ground, step back to plank, and then drop the knees down to the ground. Inhale as you come up into tall kneeling. Reach the arms up overhead. Let's side bend to the right. Come back to center, side bend the other direction. Come back to center, hands back to the ground, curl the toes when you're ready, downward facing dog. So for me, any tall kneeling ends up being a bit of a back bend. So wiggle that out if you need to, using your down dog as a counter pose. On your next inhale, travel forward to the top of the mat. Halfway lift up. Exhale and fold. Drop the hips, we're rounding it up. Round it up, round it up. Reach the arms up, overhead, look up. Exhale and fold forward. Halfway lift up. Plant your hands, step back to the top of your push-up. All right, let's see if we can do a little bit of a round robin thing where we bring the right hand to the opposite shoulder. Then let's do that on the other side, other hand, opposite shoulder. Right foot to the top of the heels on the left, back down, other side to the top of the heel. One more time, every limb touching the opposite something once around. It doesn't matter which order as long as everything gets to move. And then once you come back to plank, lower all the way down to the ground. Inhaling into your cobra. When you're ready, make your way to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, three-legged down dog, bend and stack, open up to the side of the step. Stay here for another breath. On your next inhale, straighten back out to three-legged, squaring the hips, reaching the heel to the sky, so you flex your foot. On an exhale, bring your foot to the top of the mat. High lunge, inhale as you come up. Settle into it. Thunderbolt forward. Keep sweeping the hands back even as you reach the chest forward. Come back upright. Come forward into your balance, crunching straight in. Back to your high lunge. Come forward into your twist crunch balance. Sort of balance, back to high lunge. Listen up, we're gonna open up into warrior two this round. Adjust your feet as you need to. Wiggle out your shoulders. Little layers here coming up everywhere. Make sure that knee is tracking toward the pinky toe side. Make sure your belly is pulled up and in. Peaceful warrior, flip the front palm, reach the arm up. Keep that nice deep bend in the front knee. Let's straighten out the front leg, exalted warrior, so keep reaching into that side bend. And then let's bring our hands into warrior two. Hands turn the toes out for goddess. Out as you sink low, find those goalpost arms, pull the shoulder blades together, pull the belly up and in. We're gonna sink up and down 3 times, inhaling as you straighten out, shooting into that 5-point star. Exhaling, sink back down nice and low. Inhale, shoot up. Exhale, sink down. One more time, inhale, shoot up. Exhale, sink down. And then turn towards the top of the mat. Runner's lunge so that you can step back to plank. Take the vinyasa of your choice here on your toes or your knees, all the way down so you can come into cobra or part way down for up dog, and then back to down dog. Lift the left leg high, three-legged, bend and stack, open up. On an inhale, straighten out your three-legged down dog first. Square the hips, reach the heels to the sky, so we're flexing the foot. Now step to the top of the mat into your high lunge. Pause and settle in before you thunderbolt forward, sweeping the hands back, belly pulling away from the thigh. Inhale to come up. We come forward twice. First time is to the center, crunch it in, get that core work, step it back. Find the twist when you come forward. Step it back. We open up into our warrior two. One face away from y'all. So here we go. Watch that front foot. Make sure it's, or the front knee, tracking toward the pinky toe side. Flip the front palm, peaceful warrior. Straighten the front leg, exalted warrior, opening up even more. Find your warrior two arms, so like a T, turn the feet out, sink into your goddess, goalpost arms. 3 times, let's shoot it up. 5-point star, straightening out, exhale, sink down. Inhale, shoot up. Exhale, sink down. One more time, inhale, shoot up. Exhale, sink down, and then travel those hands to the top of the mat, step back, and take the vinyasa of your choice. I mean, really, the sun went down as soon as that happened.
I zipped up my face.
As soon as it happened.
I know.
It was a change. Okay. Make your way to downward facing dog.
Might be psychological.
It is, I think you're right. Inhale the right leg up. On your exhale, bend and stack. Straighten out, squaring the hips, flex the foot, heel to the sky, step to the top of the mat, high lunge. Inhale, come up. On your exhale, we're gonna thunderbolt forward right away. Sweep the hands back. From here, from this thunderbolt, we're gonna come forward and bring the knee in towards the chest. We're just approaching it from a slightly different position. And then step back into that thunderbolt lunge. Come into your twist when you come forward. Just when you thought you had it figured out, right? Step back into your thunderbolt and then sweep the arms high, high lunge. Open up warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Extended side angle this round. And we're gonna be here for 3. Belly pulled up and in, 2, 1. Bring your top hand down to the ground. Pop your back heel up, spin in your twist, opening to the right. Plant your hand, vinyasa or no vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog for the other side. Left leg high, 3-legged. Bend and stack, open up. Squaring back to our 3-legged with the flexed foot. Step to the top of the mat. High lunge. Inhale, at your next exhale, is into your thunderbolt with the arms sweeping back. From here, we'll come forward. Knee straight in. Step it back into that thunderbolt. Come forward, find the twist. Step it back to your thunderbolt. Reach the arms up overhead. Open up warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Extended side angle. Find that twist, that opening. We're here for 3 breaths. One more. Top hand will come down to the ground. Back heel popping up. Find your twisted lunge. Release your hand to the ground. Step back to take the vinyasa of your choice, or no vinyasa, to down dog. And from down dog, come up onto your toes and then release your knees down to the ground. We'll come into tall kneeling again. Inhaling as you come up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale to come up. Side bend the other direction. Inhale to come up. We're going to add a twist into this. So it's a bit of a side bend and a twist. Good. Come back to center. Side bend and a twist the other direction. Back to center. And then hands to the ground. Cat cow. I got too excited now.
My hands are cold.
When you're ready, push back into child's pose. Not too long. We know we can't linger anywhere too long. It's cool weather. From your child's pose, make your way to downward facing dog and then to the top of the mat. So just make that transition nice and smooth, moving, stepping, however you like to come halfway up at the top of the mat. Exhale and fold. Rise. Find that bit of back bend here and you're standing. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead, sink into your chair. Hold the belly in. I think of this one as another one that brings the fire, so. On an exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift up, palm the mat, step back to the top of your push-up, stay there and plank. Take your right foot out to the side, tap it on the ground or hover. Back to center, left foot out to the side, back to center, keep going. We're trying to keep our hips nice and level, belly pulled up and in, away from the ground. Make yourself nice and even, whatever that means, and when you come back to center, lower all the way or part way, inhaling into up dog or cobra, and then make your way to downward facing dog. Right side high, 3-legged, bend and stack, open up. On an inhale, square the hips, three-legged, flex the foot. Exhale as you step to the top of the mat. High lunge. Inhale your way up. Open arm twist. Opening to the right. Come back to center, high lunge. Listen up. We're going to thunderbolt forward, hands back. Step forward, knee coming straight in for that standing crunch. We're combining some things. Step it back, thunderbolt. Don't go forward. Inhale, bring your arms up. Open arm twist to the right. Back to center. Now thunderbolt, and we'll come forward into that balanced twist. Give power off that back leg. Good job. Back to your thunderbolt lunge. Inhale, high lunge. One more, open arm twist to the right. Plant your hand on that back leg if you'd like to open to a peaceful arms. And then we'll windmill out of this into our warrior two. Yeah, I just did big arm movements as if I'm a yoga ninja.
Yeah, razzle dazzle.
That's right, I like it. Flip the front palm, peaceful peaceful warrior. Razzle dazzle, got me now. Into your extended side angle. Let's come up out of this extended side angle. Yep, back to your warrior two. Turn the front feet so they're parallel now, and then we'll come into our wide leg fold. Hands to the hips or wide as you fold forward. Inhale, part way up. Exhale and fold. Now you can stay fold, or you can continue that inhale part way up and folding in if you would like to keep it more active. Neither one is right or wrong. Just something you can think about doing for your practice. If you are not taking halfway ups, make your way to there now so that you're partway lifted and can walk your hands to the top of the mat. Surround your front foot, back heel pops up, left hand stays down. Keep going so you can twist to the right. Hand to the ground to take your vinyasa or skip your vinyasa and meet in down dog for the other side. Here we go, left leg high, bend and stack. Three-legged with the foot flexed, hips squared. Step to the top of the mat. High lunge. Open arm twist to the left. Back to center. Thunderbolt. Step straight forward, squeeze it in. Back to your thunderbolt. High lunge, arms overhead. Open arm twist to the left. Center. Thunderbolt. Forward for your twisted crunch. Back to your thunderbolt. High lunge, reach the arms up. Open arm twist. Stay here or find those peaceful arms. Okay, razzle dazzle your way out with big arm movements into your warrior two. And then peaceful warrior. Extended side angle. Come back up to your warrior two, straighten the front leg, turn the feet wide, leg fold. Again, you can take what you like. I think I kind of enjoyed that moving halfway up and down over and over, but you could certainly come to stillness or move side to side. Eventually, let's all plant our hands on the ground, come halfway up, walk to the top of the mat, keep walking till we find our twist, right hand on the ground, twist open to the left. Plant the hands, step back to take your vinyasa, making your way to downward facing dog. Right leg high, three-legged. Bend and stack. Straighten back out to three-legged, foot flexed. Step to the top of the mat, high lunge. Open arm twist to the right. Back to center. Thunderbolt. Stay in your thunderbolt for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come forward into that crunch with little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it back into your thunderbolt. Reach the arms high. Open arm twist to the right. Back to center. Thunderbolt. Pulse the arms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step into your crunch. Okay, here we go with those pulses. Bringing elbow to knee. Might be a tiny movement, might be a big movement. 2 and 1. Step it back. Thunderbolt lunge. High lunge. Open arm twist. Peaceful arms if you're taking them. Razzle dazzle your way. Warrior 2. I'm not gonna let that go. Peaceful warrior. Extended side angle. Woo. Come back up. Straighten the legs. We're turning the feet out. Goddess, sink it down. Elbow towards or to the thigh on the one side and then the other side, like TikToks, back and forth. 2 and 1. Shoot it up, 5-point star. When you come to the center, hands to the hips, turn the feet parallel, forward fold, wide leg, forward fold. You what?
I wish I had planted pansies.
Oh. Halfway lift up. Walk to the top of the mat. Keep going into your twist. Left hand down. Twist open to the right. Let's drop the back knee. Come on up into your grounded lunge. I keep adding these in. I need them so much in my practice. Oh. And then ground your hands. Take the vinyasa of your choice to down dog. So we can do the other side. All right, quick movements. Left leg high, 3-legged, bend and stack. Bring it back to center, square the hips, flex the foot, step to the top of the mat. High lunge. Open arm twist. Center, thunderbolt. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center crunch as you come forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your thunderbolt. Reach the arms high. Open the twist. Back to center. Thunderbolt. We're pulsing the arms up again. I like to leave my palms to the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come forward for your twisted crunches. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it back. Thunderbolt. Arms up. Open arm twist. Peaceful. Razzle dazzle. That wind is picking up. Peaceful warrior. Extended side angle. Come back up. Warrior 2, straightening the legs as well so that you can turn the feet out and then sink into your goddess. Okay, bring your forearms together. Open them up. Yes, together. Open up. Keep those hips nice and low. Together. Open up. Together. Open. One more time. Together. One more time. Open. And then shoot it up. 5-point star. Hands to the hips. Turn the feet. Wide leg fold. Take a moment. Come halfway up, walk your hands top of the mat. Keep going into your twist, right hand down. Drop the back knee as you come up. Rounded lunge, opening up into that right hip, into your back bend. And then release your hands down to the ground. Step back to take the vinyasa of your choice from down dog. We're going to drop our knees to the ground and come to tall kneeling. Tall kneeling. Reach the arms overhead. Side bend first. Side bend to the right. Side bend the other direction when you're ready. Side bend with a twist. Maybe touching your foot. Center, side bend, twist the other way. Center, hands to the hips. Let's come into our camel. Hands to the hips, open the chest, hips forward, head drops back. It's cold, it's windy.
I think the wind picked up.
It did. These don't have to be our deepest camel. Just find where you need to be. And when you're ready to come out, use the strength of your core. Hands to the ground. Cat cow. Pressing back into child's pose as our counter to that back bend. And then when you come upright enough, I just want you to have a seat and swing your legs forward. Round it all the way down. Reach the arms overhead, nice long body stretch. Bring your hands to the back of your head. We're headed into some bicycles. Elbow towards opposite knee. You can hover, you can bend the legs. Take this however you like to. Find your breath as you come into these movements. Release into bridge pose, so feet on the ground. When you're ready, inhale, bring the hips nice and high. Let's pulse up there for 5, 4, 3, 2, keep going, 2, 3, 4, 5, release down to the ground. Bring your legs into the air with your knees at 90 degrees. Yes. Okay, arms out like a T perhaps to support you, and then bring your knees over to the side, not all the way down to the ground. Make it hover somewhere that's right for you that you can still come back up to center, and then the other way. Nice, slow, sweeping movements back and forth. I'm going to take one more on each side. I mean, I totally lost track of how many I did, but I'm still going to do one more on each side. And then plant your feet on the ground for more bridge work. When you're ready, inhale those hips nice and high. Find your 10 pulses. Lower the hips until they tap down, and then bring them right back up for 9 pulses. Lower down, tap, bring it back up, 8 pulses. I know you already found the pattern here. Keep it going. Lowering down, next round will be 7 pulses. 6 pulses. 5 pulses are next. You might be ahead or behind me, no worries, finish yours out. 4 pulses is what I'm on. And then 3, good too. I got a good burn going.
Ooh, yeah.
And then bring it back down. Bring that one pulse, whoo, back down and give yourself a nice hug. Oh, yeah, that was good. that was good in the way that it tortures us so much. All right, give yourself a nice deep hug, rocking that back and forth, opening up your back a little bit. We'll take one more round of legs over to the side. You can keep the knees bent like we did last time or have them straight in the air. It doesn't really matter because you get to choose how far you're taking those legs down. Where's your stopping point? And then back up. Like make that stopping point something in control, right? Yeah, that looks good, ladies. I can see you hovering that, making yourself pause there at that stopping point to have to work. All right, let's do one more on each side, as I think it's about time to move again. And then when you come back to center, hug yourself, maybe even behind the knees, and then rock and roll forward. That felt pretty good. I might do that just a few extra times here. And then you can make your way over your knees. Perhaps a couple rounds of cat-cow would be helpful. Maybe a child's pose. Let's just take a couple breaths to do what we might like here before moving into down dog. I don't know what's happened to this shirt, but it used to really sit down. All right. Let us move again. Inhale the right leg up. Bend and stack, stay or flip. Nice. Come back with control. We'll come back to that three-legged with the squared hip, foot flex. Pull the belly in. Step to the top of the mat for your high lunge. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, open arm twist. Come back to center. Thunderbolt. When we come forward to find our standing balance, let's sweep our arms up with us so we're in that standing staff pose instead of a crunch. Well, didn't that just throw my balance completely off? Belly in, nice and high, nice and tight. And then exhale to step back. Thunderbolting. Inhale, arms up. All right, for this twist, let's bring hands to heart center. Instead of an open arm twist, let's close it with the elbow to the knee. Look over your back shoulder. Look down at your front foot. We're stepping forward with the left leg and coming up into our twist. Oh, we're twisted the wrong way. Well, let's fix that. Twist the other way. Yee. Oh, back to center. We might end up in that twisted lunge, making a connection elbow to knee. Maybe, if I'm lucky. And razzle dazzle the unwinding into warrior two. Okay, now I know where we are in space. Yeah. Peaceful warrior. Extended side angle. Let's bring this into triangle so you can come upright or stay low and straighten out that front leg. Let's revolve our triangle. It's pretty wide, bending the front knee if we need to. Left hand on the ground, twist it to the right. And then let's walk our hands out, turn the feet. Instead of a wide leg fold, we'll come into a wide leg down dog by walking our hands out and then reaching the head down towards the ground. Open the shoulders, pull the belly in. Walk it back towards center, Skandasana side to side. It doesn't matter which side you start with. It doesn't matter how much support you have from your hands. Just working into those hips a little bit in this round. After you've had enough Skandasana, Bring that Skandasana to the top of the mat so you can walk your hands around the right foot, drop the back knee, grounded lunge, opening up, finding your stretch. Hands to heart center as you bring your chest upright, and let's close our twist elbow to knee, just like we did in our final. Really look over your back shoulder, get that twist all the way through your neck, your low back, your thoracic spine. Come back to center, take your vinyasa when you're ready. Guys, we're really doing good. We've made it almost 45 minutes. That's pretty good today. Left side, reach that leg high, bend and stack, stay or flip. Nice, 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 Beth. Coming back to center to square the hips, flex the foot, square, square, square. And when you're ready, step to the top of the mat for your high lunge. First round, or first time we're opening in that open arm twist. Then back to center. Sweep the arms back to thunderbolt. Or sweep the arms up as we come into standing stack pose. So no crunching, stepping hands tall. Step it back to that thunderbolt. Arms sweep up. Hands to heart center for this twist. That made us twist opposite last time, but I don't care. We're going to do that again because we did it on one side. So we'll look forward, coming upright, but we're in a twist away from the leg, twist towards the leg. This really challenges the balance on. Twist away again so you can end in your twisted high lunge, if that's possible, right? And now quick, guzzle your way out of it. Warrior 2. Peaceful warrior. I mean, I might be using that for a while. We got New Year's coming. Extended side angle.
Jen style.
Oh, okay.
You gotta have a Christmas theme.
Yeah, I do, don't I?
Or a Winter Olympics theme.
Triangle, a Winter Olympics. Oh my gosh. Oh. Revolve the triangle, right hand to the ground or wherever that's going to be, and then make sure you bend the front knee if you need to. Twisting to the left. And we'll walk out of that into our wide leg fold legs. Okay, let's plant our hands directly in front of us. Press into the hands and come up on your toes as high as you can go around your spine. Sink back onto your heels, maybe even lifting your toes off. Give yourself a moment. And then 2 more times. We're going to press into the hands, come up onto our toes, press, press, press. And then come back down. Lift your toes if you like. 1 more time. Press into the hands, come up onto your tiptoes as high as you can possibly go. And then release the heels to the ground. Plant the right hand under your face, twist open to the left. Twist the other direction. In your own time. After you bring your hand down to the ground, begin your Skandasana movements back and forth, remembering they don't have to be super low. Just take what you need to help open the hips. I'm giving a lot of support to myself with hands on the ground today. And next time you make your way to the top of the mat, stay there. So that you can turn into your grounded lunge, planting the back knee. First, reach the arms up overhead. Sinking in your stretch. You're going to come upright, hands to heart center. Find your twist, using your arms to help you. Pulling the belly up out of the way and shifting your gaze back. Back to center, plant the hands, we're We're just going to bring the back knee to meet the other so we can come into our tall kneeling, taking ourselves through our last round of camel activity. I am going to still do my side stretches because that never seems to get any more stretched out. So I'll reach up and then over to one side and the other side. Taking that with a twist to touch my back heel. And the other side. To center when you're ready. Taking the camel of your choice. You might keep your hands on the hips the whole time. No, you ladies are going for it, so I'm going to join you.
We are.
Of course you are. You've made it this far. When you're ready, use your core to come out. Take a cat-cow or two if you need to, and then we're going to take that camel one more time. It's our last shot at it for the moment. I don't know what you're going to do later today. You might go home and do a bunch of camels. I don't really know. When you're ready, making your way into the camel of your choice. You don't always have to come in to the deepest posture available. Maybe try to enjoy it. Strength of your core to take you out. Cat-cow so we can find some counter stretch. And then when you're ready, push back into your child's pose.
That sun made a big difference.
I know it, Ruth. It teased us.
And the wind.
Yeah. All right, we're not slowing down too much. We've got a little more work to do. Come upright enough that you can sit down on your hips and swing the legs forward. We'll get some more core work in here. Okay. Let's come all the way down onto the ground. Oh, take a long body stretch because that feels good. All right, we're going to do leg raises, and we're going to do a sets just like we did with our bridges. So I'm going to keep my legs straight as I lower them down to hover, but you could certainly have them bent like this and then bring your heels down towards the ground and back up. I'm going to choose to keep mine straight. And then I'm going to start us off with 6 because I have a feeling this we're going to feel this pretty good. So when you're ready, lower and hover, and then come back up with control for 6, 5. That hover is anywhere that's right for you. 4. 3. If you're ahead or behind me, no worries. I'm just going to keep counting. 2, or I might lose track. 1. Once you get to the top, hug those knees in and give yourself a pause. But you know you only get a pause. And then bring the legs back up. This is a round of 5. 4. 3. I mean, Ruth and I were just talking about all the cookies. 2. 1. This is your pause. Maybe give yourself a hug. Come back to it. A round of 4. 3. 2. 1. Here's our pause. Give yourself that hug. What are we on? A round of 3? 3. That's it. Okay, here we go. 3. I was like, how do we finish this? 2. You made this up. 1. Okay, I'll get in. 2 times. All right, we're gonna make it 2. 1 and 2. Hug. 1 time. Oh, nice hug in and stay there with that hug. Maybe be rocking side to side. Yeah. Bring both knees over to the right. Let's find a spinal twist here. Just enough breath so we can find release. Take your twist the other direction. If you used your core to get there, good job. I know I felt that. Okay, we're going to turn so we're lying all the way on our right side. So that actually puts me away from you, so I might be turning to like that. And you can straighten out or keep the bottom leg straight, but we're going to bend the top leg to find the foot and open that hip flexor that we just worked with all that core work. Yes. Release that side and twist the other way to lie on the other side. And then when you release, I'm going to have you keep turning so that you come onto your belly. So just keep sliding around so that you can make your way onto your mat still. Open the arms like a T once you get there. Tempt the left fingers so that you can twist over and bring that left foot behind you and come into that open shoulder twist. I'm going to bring my head to the ground. Take that to the other side in your own time, coming out nice and gently. Making your way out and onto your back again. I know it's a lot of flopping around, but I felt like that shoulder stretch would be good. Here we go, do that. Maybe give yourself another hug. And then let's pick which place you'd like to do a quick little pigeon hip stretch. So if you'd like to stay on your back with the leg crossed over, take either side, or you might choose to come and all the way over so that you're in traditional pigeon leg, or I'm going to do mine sitting up, I think, with my leg crossed so that I can come over here into this. Oh, look at y'all. Okay. Yeah, so just pick your poison here. Just enough breaths to kind of open up, but not so many that we're getting too cold. You choose how you would like to come out and come to the other side. Making your way out when you are ready. And then you can either lie down for our couple moments that will be in Shavasana, or be seated, whatever feels best to you this morning. It's not really Shavasana when we're seated, so we'll say that we're going to meditate for a moment here. So let's close our eyes. Like an active belly, but not one that's straining and really, pulling hard to the spine. Just a little activation. Let's take a deep inhale together and sigh that out. Taking your own few breaths in silence. Choosing whether you would like to open your eyes or keep them closed, perhaps bringing your hands to heart center, gently pressing the palms together, thumb to sternum. I'm certainly thankful that you joined me today, and each time you join me. Namaste.
Thankful I didn't wimp out through the cold.
I feel the same, because
Me
let me tell you,
too.
if you two hadn't shown up, I wouldn't be doing it. I would probably be drinking coffee again.
It definitely changed with the sun